Hey, guys, we're here at the Pink Square Circle. We'll talk about what Bianca Belair and Naomi about to turn with hidden messages. And it's Bianca and Naomi teasing heel turns. You guys get the likes as we come into the Pink Square Circle. Now, recently, we know that Bianca Belair and Naomi were, keyword were, the women's tag team champions. And they held the women's tag team championships for a good minute. Now, after Jade Cargill was attacked, Naomi stepped up. She helped Bianca retain the belts, and she ended up becoming the other half of the women's tag team championships that she defended with Bianca on Raw, NXT, SmackDown, multiple brands. But recently, on Monday Night Raw, the latest episode, they lost the tag team belts after holding it for 177 days, which is approximately close to 6 months. So they held on to the belts for a good lengthy time, I should say. Now, we know the brand new women's tag team champions are Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, who won the belts on Monday Night Raw due to interference from Dominic Mysterio distracting the ref. And of course, that gained the advantage for Liv and Raquel to gain the victory and win the brand new women's tag team champions 3 times ever. Now, with Bianca and Naomi, we know these two, they've really been on a tailspin ever since Jade Cargill got attacked. And we know they've been fighting tooth and nail to retain the women's tag team belts, which they did do. But we know started at, I want to say right after Jade Cargill got attacked, they knew that they had to defend the belts, not just for those two, but also for Jade Cargill because they took her out. And since they did do that, they did a great job. Unfortunately, they can't head into WrestleMania being the women's tag team champions. It's going to be Liv and Raquel now. But the thing about it is there was an interview from both Naomi and Bianca Belair separately. Bianca Belair did an interview on Fightful Select. Naomi did an interview on Huge Pop. They both talked about a tease, what would happen if they were to turn heel. And I believe that they're trying to give us a message or foreshadow the future of what's going to happen with these women, because they both could be heel at some point. And I find it very ironic that they did these interviews around the same time of talking about becoming heel. So I find that weird. But let's hear what Bianca and Naomi both have to say about this.
You all can hear me now.
Good.
About a year ago, we heard you talk about like the way that you would want to be a heel if possible. We had heard that some ideas that had been thrown your way, and I believe it was Lashley said, she's an inspiration to a lot of people. It's got to be something very substantial or important for her to do something like that. And we've seen like your entrances that integrate a lot of that, your inspiration to many children. How are you feeling present day about the possibilities of playing that role?
I feel like I never say never, but what I will say that it would have to be something that's very, like you said, substantial and a bigger picture to it. Just because I feel like being a babyface and a successful babyface and a babyface that's consistently able to keep their name in the top of the conversation, that's very hard to get. And once you get it, you really don't want to let go of that. And I feel like the longer you can hold on to that, if that heel turn happens, the bigger that heel turn will be. What I will say is that if that does happen, it's I want to be the heel that people would not like, and I don't know if everybody's. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if everybody else is ready for that. It's one thing when I hear fans say, "I love so and so as a heel." When I hear love and heel in the same sentence, that doesn't work for me. And I feel like it's like someone like Nia Jax, how valuable she is to this division. Playing that role, we need that. And so we'll just see what happens. We'll see where it goes. But right now, I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if the fans are ready for that. But when it happens, I feel like it's going to be something big if it ever happens. Who knows?
And, obviously I don't need you to comment on the storyline, but in general, we've never really had a main event level top tier heel version of Naomi in WWE. Obviously, a storyline like this would catapult something like that. Is that level of character development, being that type of heel, something you'd be interested in
At
down the
this
road?
point,
Or do you just love where you're
I
at?
do love what Naomi has done and become at this point. However, I don't ever want to become stagnant or complacent or just coasting. And I do feel like there is a time for the glow in the character Naomi to change or evolve. And so I'm always up for that challenge. I'm always thinking and pushing myself, but also I don't want to force anything. And I feel like that timing has to be right and it has to be thought out, because for me to change after being so connected and established and with something that still works, I would want it to be worth it, and I would want to go all in with it. If that does mean me going to the darker side, I don't want to throw that away, because it will be a big deal, not just for me, but I think for fans. I still think I am a very safe woman in the roster where you can kind of place everywhere, and I'm established and strong baby. So if I was to get away from that, we got to go all the way. I got to get nasty.
Yeah,
I got to get dirty. I got to be something y'all ain't never seen before. Everything got to change, and I'm up for it. I would love that.
Don't hold back. If it goes there, do not hold back. Embrace it.
Right, you just heard both Bianca and Naomi talk about the possibility of turning heel. Naomi said it has to be nasty. Bianca said it has to be a big storyline around it. She said it has to be a heel you have to hate. That's the whole purpose of being a heel. I think it's going to happen because it won't be just because, like everyone's speculating, that they are behind the Jade Cargill getting attacked. They will be heel because they couldn't find out who attacked Jade. They didn't be able to find out who it was. They lost the women's tag team belts. It will be pretty much because of those reasons. It's not because they were behind the Jade Cargill attack. It'll be behind the frustration. They couldn't find out who did it, and they felt like they let themselves down over losing the tag team championships. Now, also, we have to keep in mind, they've been thinking about this for a while.
That one of them took our girl Jade out last week. Now, I don't know which one it was, so tomorrow night, all 5 of them can get it.
Now, also with the Women's Elimination Chamber coming up for the opportunity to fight for Rhea Ripley's world title, if both Bianca and Naomi lose this chamber match, this will further fuel them both becoming heel with the frustration of continuing to lose. And like I said, they've been thinking about it for a while. I am referring to who attacked Jade Cargill, why they haven't found out the answers. I don't think that necessarily Bianca and Naomi did it. It'll be too obvious, as I stated in other videos. But I will say it'll be frustration of just losing and couldn't find out who attacked Jade Cargill. It'll get to a point all the animosity will be built up in both Naomi and Bianca. And since they both have that animosity, they just gonna lose it one day and snap. I mean, you heard Naomi say she got to be dirty, nasty, and she says she wants to evolve with the Glow character and not be the same babyface that we all know and love for years. So I think that will be a good reason to make her heel. Bianca has not been heel since she's been on the main roster. Honestly, Bianca Belair has been on the main roster since 2020, which was 5 years ago. So this will be a fresh start for her as well. Bianca Belair has not been heel since her NXT days when she was a heel. That's the last time I remember her being a heel character. And actually, she was very good at it. She was good at that, being a heel, which she's saying further that she does not want to be a heel that's loved. She wants to play the character good, and she wants to make sure that she's in heel mode and not someone that's not in a good heel. She wants to be a great heel. So I would say these two are definitely teasing a heel turn in their future. Now, if somehow Naomi or Bianca wins the chamber match, which I kind of doubt one of them will, then, Bianca go to WrestleMania to face Rhea Ripley. If she lose that match for the women's world title, then that would definitely further her frustration more, and aggression will definitely raise a lot higher, and it will also make her a heel. That's usually how it goes with most heels. When they're on a losing streak, they just lose it one day, they snap. And that's where Bianca and Naomi is at right now. That's where Bianca Belair and Naomi is at, because they don't like losing. And once they get to a losing point or a losing streak, especially winners like these two, it's going to definitely make them upset. It's going to definitely give them a reason to why should they do things the correct way or do things the good way. They're going to turn to the dark side, as Naomi stated as well. It's just a lot of clues in these interviews. Now, I know they're talking about just character-wise, or that's just a regular interview. But like I said before, their interviews sound very, very similar. And it was around the same time, which I don't think a lot of people are saying that Naomi would turn heel with this whole over Bianca Belair, maybe being behind a Jade Cargill attack, or vice versa. Bianca Belair will be heel and Naomi's behind the Jade Cargill attack. Whoever is behind the Jade Cargill attack, a lot of people speculating one of these two would turn heel, Bianca or Naomi. It could very well just be both of them at the same time, because they both have the same agenda. They both want to win, and they both want to do things the right way. But it doesn't turn out it's going to continue to be the right way anymore since losing women's tag team championships. So I do expect Jade Cargill to return to WWE very, very soon. I heard reportedly she's out of the Performance Center and she will be back. So I know they're going to find out who her attacker is, but I still see Naomi and Bianca Belair becoming heel characters very soon. It will be something fresh for both of them. I think it will give a good reason for them to be heel. Now, how long they be heel, that will be yet to be determined. But I think they're just pretty much giving us gems right now of why they will be heel and the reason. And Bianca Belair also stated in her interview that it has to be around a huge storyline, something big, major, and that's exactly what this storyline is right now. Ever since Jade Cargill been attacked back in November, it has been a big storyline. It's been one of the biggest storylines in WWE to date. It's just they have, in my opinion, fallen off the tracks with storyline because, now they're getting back into motion with it recently, but it is still a huge storyline nonetheless. And I think that would be the perfect angle for Bianca and Naomi to turn heel. I don't see why not, because as they say in wrestling, the time is now. You have to go and do it. There's no time better than the present. So I think they will do that after they find out. I would say, if I had to guess, maybe after WrestleMania or a little bit after WrestleMania, I could see both of these women turning heel according to their interviews. I could see it happen very, very soon. Now, how the scenario goes, what match, I don't know how that will go, but I definitely see that happening. So that's all I have regarding, Bianca Belair and Naomi turn due to hidden clues. You guys let me know what you think. Will they tease a heel turn? Check out the content here at Pink Square Circle. Until then, guys, I will see you guys later.